Usher.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Tell them Merry Christmas. This is our annual WHBQ Radio and Television Christmas show with all the children of our employees. As we look around, we see that we have many new additions this year. I have a new addition too. I conned Charlie into coming along as the new one at my house. Also, we have entertainment today from the Olivet Baptist Bell Choir on the program, and the Sheffield High School Chamber Singers will be here. We have a special 4.5-minute videotape from the annual WHBQ Christmas party. I have not seen it yet, so we'll all watch it together on this morning's program. These are our guests, our children, this morning on Christmas Day, and we'll be back to meet them in just a moment.
Wrap up after Christmas savings at Sears. Shop Friday and Saturday, 9:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. for great values like classic bath-size velour towels, now at 55% savings. A durable blend of cotton and polyester with velour front and terry back, now just $197. Save 43 to 60% on no-iron muslin sheets, just $197 for twin-size sheets in beautiful solids and prints. And save 15 to 50% on every piece of fine quality furniture and bedding in our stores. Don't miss our big after Christmas clearance and sale, now at Sears, where America shops for values.
Emergency Medical Services, EMS, on call 24 hours a day.
And we're back now with our children of our WHBQ radio and television family. Our newest one is just how many months old? 8 months old?
8.5.
Oh, and Merry Christmas from Ross Province, from his daddy John, who is in sales. You waited a long time for him, John.
Waited a long time. He's finally got around though.
Oh, isn't he sweet? Are there lots of grandparents watching in this morning?
Yes, there will be. Some from Paris, Tennessee, and Olive Branch, Mississippi.
And the first child, how much has it changed your life?
A lot, a whole lot. We enjoy it though.
Oh.
We really do.
He was a big baby, wasn't he?
Yeah, 9'4".
I knew that you all had waited. We were getting a daily progress.
About 11 months getting here.
Anyway, it seemed like it, didn't it?
Yeah, sure did.
You have a lot of customers, of course, on our Straight Talk show in the mornings. And anything that you want to say to everyone this morning?
Everybody just keep buying time.
Yeah, and have a Merry Christmas.
Don't slow and have a Merry Christmas too.
That's true. Well, thanks for bringing Ross this morning. He certainly is darling. Ross, we'll look for you back every year on our WHBQ Christmas party. And good morning to Rebecca Wolf. Shall I talk to Evan?
Go ahead and talk to Evan.
Maybe I ought to talk to Evan is back. And Lamar's the floor director.
I think you just want to talk to his
Hi,
mother.
Evan. Good morning.
Say hi, Marge.
Listen, tell me. Wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. Listen, tell me how the monkey does. Evan, tell me how the monkey does.
What does the monkey do?
Oh, just like Daddy every morning. You can't eat it, sweetheart. Say, can't eat it.
Say, but I can try.
How old is Evan now?
I think he's about 16 months. Is that right? Yeah, he's 16 months.
Well, I know he was just really an infant last year.
Yeah, he was acted about the same way last year.
No, he wasn't. He's just getting so tall and skinny because he was just so round and roly-poly with us last year. Evan, can you do like a monkey? Show me like a monkey.
What does the monkey do? Oh, well.
I'm sure he's walking and getting in the Christmas tree.
He's getting into everything he can find to get into. He eats the Christmas balls and everything.
Have you had to really put your decorations up high?
No, he just, I try to watch him all the time.
Well, he's awful sweet. Evan, Merry Christmas. Oh, you're so sweet. Will you give me some sugar? Will you give me a kiss? No, he doesn't want to do that. I bet you Rebecca will. Merry Christmas, Rebecca. Oh, sweet girl. Is Shannon homesick and couldn't come?
So my sister's homesick. She got a little bit of the flu, I guess.
Oh, and didn't get to come.
No.
Rebecca, is baby Jesus going to come see you? Do you know about baby Jesus?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell him Merry Christmas? Look right out there and say Merry Christmas. Rebecca's mother never not talks.
Right, exactly right.
She's our assignment manager, Kathy Wolf. And John, what is your official title now?
The official title is the Creative Services Director. Now, don't ask me what that means because nobody's figured
Well, I
it out
know
here
that you
either.
got to take the video film at our Christmas party. That I do know.
I do have to work.
Oh, I
right.
believe she knows
Oh,
what
are
a
we gonna-
microphone is.
Yes, I think we're going to say something now. Right? Hit it.
Why does I hope we're not passing germs tonight.
Me too. Me too. Me too. Can you say Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas.
Oh, how old is Rebecca now?
She'll be 2 New Year's Eve.
That's true.
That's right.
You just
I barely got her
here for
in.
the tax deduction.
Exactly. I'm so glad.
Well, she's awful sweet. Rebecca, wave and say Merry Christmas,
Wave at that
everybody.
camera right there. Say Merry Christmas.
She's just not going to talk. We've just got little ones wandering all over this morning for our Merry Christmas show. I'm going to move over and meet some more who are a little bit older this year. Good morning to Peter Moore, who is Sandy Moore's nephew. And Sandy works up in accounting. How old is Peter?
He's 17 and a half months.
Is he talking at all?
Yes, very much.
Oh, does he? What would he say for us, you think?
Peter, what's Santa Claus say?
What does Santa Claus say?
Tell him what Santa Claus says. What's Santa Claus say?
Can you say ho-ho? Does he say that?
Uh-huh. Say ho, ho, ho.
Oh, he's
You're just going to play
sweet.
bashful. You're not going to tell everybody how much you talk, are you?
Now, you're Sandy's brother's wife?
Right.
That's what I was figuring out. You sure are cute. Peter, will you talk for us? Oh, we say Merry Christmas. Yeah, that's a pretty tree, isn't it? And we've got one's going to undress him right over here, trying to get his tag. Sheila's daughter from traffic, and Sheila's new with us. This is Donna Marie, and how old is she?
11 months.
Oh, so you leave a bundle each morning when you come to work,
Right.
don't you? Look, what's the fascination, I wonder, with this?
I don't know.
It's something new.
New,
We're
that
passing
they
the
hadn't
germs.
seen before.
Hold her up so everybody can see how cute she is. Oh, now does she have a lot of grandparents in the area?
Yeah. Everybody's watching.
Oh, I'm sure. She's darling. Is this your only time?
Right.
But now, are you related? Don't you have other relatives at the station?
Dan Troxel is my brother-in-law.
We're going to see Michael next. Michael was how old last year?
About 4 weeks.
I knew he was our brand new baby on the air. So, Michael, you're 13 months old this year.
Yes, ma'am.
And his daddy's on our program, on Straight Talk with us every morning and does our telemation. The fascination of this, I wish I didn't have to hold it up.
Can you say?
Is he walking or talking
Oh, he's
much
been
yet?
walking since about 9 months, and he's learning to talk.
9 months old.
Yeah, he started in September.
And what do you do about the Christmas tree and the decorations?
Spank hands.
Yeah, I guess you'd have to.
He's been better about it today, but when we first put it up, he really wanted the ball. Everything's ball or
Can you say ball?
say ball.
It's kind of late because we're taping
like
this
a
at
puppy
night before
does?
Christmas. Can you do like a puppy does?
He can. It's just a matter of will he.
He's very strong.
He is.
I tell you what, I can't. I have my youngest one with me who's now 12 tonight. Julie's over with Heather Wilson, I think, today. But it's hard to remember when they were so little.
They grow really fast.
And Stanley, you finally got a place to sit. He's had 4 name tags tonight. Can you say Merry Christmas, Stanley?
Stanley.
Stanley?
Merry Christmas. Say Merry Christmas for him.
Stanley's the nephew of Marilyn Cage, who's in radio sales. Stanley? Is he not going to talk now? That's right, you TV sales.
All right. Stanley. Say
Can you say Merry Christmas?
Say Merry
How old is
Christmas.
he?
He's 1. He'll be 2 in January.
Oh, he's darling. Does he have brothers and sisters?
Yes, he has his sister over there. That's Shawana, and he has a sister in the hospital now that was in surgery. She had a tumor removed from her head, and she hadn't quite come back to us yet. But we are hoping and praying.
You think
that she
she'll be
comes back.
watching, maybe?
I doubt it. She's in intensive care right
Is
now. She's
she?
not breathing on her own yet.
Well, we'll save this videotape so that she can see. How old is
Thank
she?
you. She's 6.
Oh. Stanley, wave to him and say Merry Christmas.
Wait, say Merry Christmas.
Well, he has just had a ball here. Before we get on, just let him down and as we go on and meet some of the other children. We're going to take a break on the program, but not before we have great entertainment this morning. Olivet Baptist Church Bell Choir is with us. They'll be entertaining, and we'll be joining more of our children from our WHBQ radio and television family. Well, it's getting more fun by the hour. I guess the most fun part's the parents down here tonight with the children. Get it off your mouth. They're hollering. So we're coming back on the air. I've asked my daughter Julie, who's the youngest now of 7 children at our house, on Christmas Day. Julie, if you would help us, come on in with the mic to interview. This is Ed Webb's son. I bet you don't know. Do you know Ed?
I think I met him.
Yeah, okay. This is Terrence Tyrone. How old are you, Terrence?
8.
Is this your second visit with us or third?
Second.
I thought it was. What does your daddy do in television?
Take pictures.
Yeah, he's a photographer, Julie. That's what that, taking pictures. Do you have any questions for him?
Well, I remember him last year.
Yeah, I bet you do.
So small.
Anyone you want to say a special Merry Christmas to?
Oh, Mama. Merry Christmas, Mom.
Oh, yeah, that was nice. Thank you. Here's David Moore, who is Sandy Moore's brother, and your dimples are just as big this year as they were last year. How old are you now, David?
9.
And where do you go to school?
South Haven Elementary.
Who's your teacher down there?
Miss Davis.
You suppose she's watching this morning?
I don't know.
Did you tell her you were going to be on television?
No.
Oh, you sure are dressed up tonight. Is that a new suit?
No, ma'am.
Well, it looks great. Who do you want to say a special Merry Christmas to?
My mom,
Okay, and her name is?
Betty, Joyce Moore.
All right. Are you and Sandy the only 2 at home now? Or do you have other
No.
brothers and sisters?
Other brothers and sisters.
How old are they?
Randy's 23 and my sister-in-law's 22. Peter's mother and
You're not going to tell us how old your mom and daddy are and all those people. No, you ought not to do that, David. Well, Merry Christmas to you and thanks for coming. And here's Steve. Julie, kind of like you. Steve's aunt is Jean Piercy in accounting. In fact, she's very important, signs our checks each week and all. Steve came to tell us goodbye, farewell. Is that true, Steve?
yes, ma'am.
How many years have you been with us?
7.
Your 7th year. Julie, have you been here that many years?
Probably long now.
Seems like forever. You can't remember when I wasn't on television, can you?
No, I remember the first day that you were on. I'll never forget that.
Did it scare you when you saw me?
It did.
What is my mama doing there? I never really thought about it. But I remember bringing you down to the studio so that you'd know where I was when I left you at home. Steve, where are you in school this year?
Woodland Presbyterian.
In what grade?
6th.
He's 1 year behind you then, Julie. He retired early, didn't he? Anyone special you want to say Merry Christmas to?
My new sister-in-law, Terry.
Oh, when was the wedding?
July 26th.
Did you do anything at it?
I just handed out programs and stuff like that.
Well, you were pretty important then, weren't you?
I guess so.
Oh, yeah. Well, Aunt Jean's mighty fine to bring you tonight, wasn't she?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm glad you made your farewell appearance with us on Straight Talk.
Okay.
Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
Julie, you want to move all the way around here? We have another young man who came by himself tonight. I guess your brothers, Marcus, are getting too big too, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you get to see your mother, Sonia Walker, when she was doing Straight Talk for me last week?
No.
I guess you were still back in school, weren't you?
Yes.
What did she think when I called her early one morning and said, can you go in?
Well,
Does she hustle more in the mornings when she has to go on camera early?
yes.
I bet so. What's important for you at school this year?
Probably math.
You going to campus school?
Yes.
Are you working at all with, what are you doing in math that would seem so fun?
Well, fractions and probably division.
Gets mighty tough. Are you a musician of any kind, Marcus?
Yes,
What-
but I stopped playing the piano.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Well, what do you do for extracurricular activities?
Probably draw.
Do you? Well, now, who is it plays the drums in your family?
Aaron.
Well, I knew it was one of you. What about your other brother?
He plays football.
Central High School,
Yes.
here in the city. Are you going to play football?
No.
What do you have any idea what do you want to do when you grow up?
I want to play soccer.
Do you?
Yes.
For whom did you play this past fall?
Yes.
For what team?
Well, I played for the Y, and my color was sand.
So
And
that was the name of the team, the sand team?
Next year, I'm going to play for Orange in Simpson.
Oh, does it have anything to do with OJ and
No.
all that? No, just the name of the team in town. Anyone you want to say a special Merry Christmas to?
Well, probably my family.
Yeah. Your grandmother's gotten married this year. Is she going to be here for Christmas? Or is
No.
she? No, but you went up to the wedding,
Yes.
which was a different experience, wasn't it, for your grandmother? Well, Marcus, I'm glad to have you back this year. 9 years old, and Sonia Walker's son from Channel 13. We're going to take a break and come back. Lots more children to meet of our WHPQ radio and television family. I just found me a new girl. Hi to Heather Wilson. What do you have for me? Is this for me?
No.
Oh, that's not for me? Can you look up and say Merry Christmas, everybody?
Merry Christmas.
Oh, how old are you this year? 3? Are you 2 years old? Is Heather 3? Has she turned 3? You've been with us every year on this program, haven't you? Do you have a Christmas tree at your house? Is it pretty? Oh, come on in, Rebecca. Do you want to talk to us too? Come on in here and show us your new dress. Is this your new dress? Isn't it? Oh, it's so pretty, isn't it, Heather? What color is? Do you see your red dress?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Do you go to school?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about your dress.
Dress colors.
It does?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a baby doll at your house?
No, hers is asleep.
She's asleep?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what about grandmother? Does she live here?
Well, her husband lives at her house.
Oh, she lives at her house. Meemaw. Where's Meemaw?
At her house.
Do you go see her?
Mm-hmm.
Well, look over right there and throw her a kiss. Can you look right there? Oh, that was sweet. You want to throw him a kiss too, Rebecca? Can you throw him a kiss? Oh, that's sweet, girls. You want to help me interview? All right, let's talk to Chris Daniels. Your Mike Daniels is your daddy?
Mm-hmm.
What does he do here at Channel 13?
He works.
Does he? What does he tell you he does?
He's a disc jockey.
Yeah, over in radio. Do you listen to him on the radio? He's pretty good, isn't he? What do you want to do when you get big?
Hmm.
Well, how old are you now?
5.
Do you go to school? What do you do when you go to school?
I'm kindergarten.
Yeah, do you read at all? Have you learned to work scissors? They're tough, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they got fast shoes.
You have new shoes on?
Mm-hmm.
What kind are those?
Sneakers.
Sneakers, yeah. They look like jogging shoes. Do you ever run?
I do run.
I bet you do.
I run fast.
Do you? Can you beat your daddy? Oh,
Yes, I can.
can you? Sometimes.
My next birthday will be 6.
Is that right? Do you want to say Merry Christmas to everybody watching?
Hmm. Merry Christmas
And a Happy New Year?
and a Happy New Year.
And all those kind of things.
What else?
I'm just kidding you. Thanks for coming, Chris, okay? You want to come back with me and talk to some other young ones? Well, let's meet this one right over here. This is Rustin Taylor. Frances Taylor is your mother, and she's the secretary in radio. Is that right? How old are you, Rustin?
5.
You're 5. Do you go to kindergarten? What do you do?
I wrote a color.
You color and write. Can you use scissors? How fast can you run? I bet you can, too. What did you ask for Christmas this year? Anything special? Do you know how to roller skate yet?
Yeah.
Do you? Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I got a brother. This
Yeah.
is my brother.
Is that your brother? Is that your sister?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Shanika.
Shanika. That's an unusual name. You want to come and talk to me, Shanika? Can you come down here and talk to me? How old is she, Rustin?
2.
Is she? Come on down. You're so pretty and dressed up tonight. Turn right around here. Can you say Merry Christmas to everybody? Tell them Merry Christmas. Huh? Say Merry Christmas. Can you throw them a kiss? Throw them a kiss. Wave to them out there. Oh, she's so shy. Are you the big brother?
Yeah.
And what's your name?
Trevor.
How old are you, Trevor?
7.
So you really are. Are there any other brothers and sisters at home?
No.
Now, how, do you have to babysit sometimes?
Yeah.
Oh, are they bad when you babysit with them?
No.
Oh. What do you like to do most? You play basketball or baseball?
Yeah. I play basketball, baseball.
You do what?
I play basketball and baseball.
Are you pretty good?
Yes.
I bet. Can you help him out, Rustin? Huh? You help him out a little? I bet you do, too. Well, we're sure proud you came tonight. Do you think your grandmother might be watching?
Yeah.
Well, tell her Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right. You back to see me, Heather? Well, you're a good girl this year. Come on down. This is Shawana Nelson. And your aunt is Marilyn, and she's in radio sales, isn't she? I want to know about this new dress. Who bought this for you?
My grandma.
Oh, it is so. Turn around. Let us see the whole thing. It is so pretty. Did she tell you what to say to me tonight? What'd she say?
She told me to tell you how old I am.
Well, how old are you?
5.
Do you go to school, too? To kindergarten? Can you use scissors? Oh, I bet. Have you learned to read in kindergarten yet? How much do you read in kindergarten? Very much, Rustin? Quite a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you too? Who's watching you?
My grandmama
Your grandmama. What's her name?
and Grace.
Yeah, well, look right up there and say Merry Christmas and thanks for the new dress.
Merry Christmas, thank you for the dress.
Okay. We're going to take another break here on Straight Talk. We'll be back. Lots more children to talk with. In fact, I have a feeling some of our most talkative ones yet to come, and then we'll be joining you shortly. And we're back in the studio with more of our children from our WHBQ radio and television family. This is Monica, Willie Davis's daughter. He's in engineering and works on my show a lot, doesn't he, Monica?
Yes.
Does he get up early and come to work? Yeah, a whole lot of the time. Stand up and show him how pretty you look. How old are you this year, Monica?
7.
Are you? Where do you go to school?
A.B. Hill Elementary
Okay, you can
School.
sit back down. Who do you suppose is watching you this morning that you'd like to say Merry Christmas to?
My mom and my brother.
Oh, boy, what?
One of my brothers at home.
Is that right? What's his name?
Kirk.
Kirk?
His real name was Ronald Davis.
Oh, but you call him Kirk for short?
Yes.
Oh, well, you sure are pretty, and I thank you for coming to our party tonight.
Okay.
Okay, Monica. You're covering up your name? Let me see who you are.
I don't see.
Oh, please. Is your dad... Do what? Who is your daddy?
Edward Welch.
Edward Welch. And what does he do?
Woke.
Huh?
Woke.
Is he on television?
Yes.
Yeah. Shonda, how old are you?
6.
And tell me your sister's name, because she doesn't have her name tag on anymore. Do you remember? What is your name, baby?
Ebony.
Ebony. Isn't that a pretty name? Have you girls helped wrap a lot of packages for Christmas this year?
Not too much.
Did you go Christmas shopping? You haven't even been. I bet. Have you seen Santa Claus this year?
Yes.
Well, can you sing a song for us, Shonda? I had the feeling maybe you could sing. You want to stand up and sing a song for us?
Yes.
Okay, well, just We Wish You a Merry Christmas or Jingle Bells. What do you want to sing?
I want to sing that
You don't know it that well?
it has no song.
Well, you sure are pretty.
Most of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm awfully glad you came. Do you see your daddy on television?
Yes.
He's really good, isn't he? On the news, yeah. Do you have any other brothers and sisters? Just one sister?
I'm just going to have one.
You're going to have a baby at your house? Is that right? When are you going to have it? Just pretty soon? Well, I'm glad you came, Shonda. Thanks for coming to our party. And here's Patrick Cotton. What does your dad do, Frank? Your daddy's Frank, but Patrick, what does your daddy do with here at the station?
Makes cartoons.
Makes cartoons and makes good ones, doesn't he? Can you draw? I bet.
Yes.
Where do you go to school, Patrick?
Bartlett Elementary.
Do you take art there?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
5.
Does that mean you're in kindergarten? Who's your teacher? You suppose she might be
Miss
watching?
Kimbrough.
You think she's watching this morning? Did you tell her you were going to be on television? Did you forget?
No.
Oh, you haven't even lost your teeth yet, have you?
No.
Well, what do you think they're going to fall out pretty soon? You know that happens when you get about 6 years old. You do know that. Okay. What are you asking for Christmas?
A Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
Dracula. Frankenstein.
What's with all these weird?
Ranger.
What's with all the weird characters? Are you the main little kid at your house?
N-O.
N-O. At 5, he's learned how to spell. How do you spell yes?
Y-E-S.
Good for you, Patrick. Can you write your name pretty well?
I can write it.
What'd you get your daddy for Christmas?
He already opened it.
Has he opened it already? What'd you get him?
A book.
What kind was it? Spider-Man book?
No.
What was it?
I don't know what kind of book.
But does he draw much at home?
Yes.
Well, Frank is our staff artist. In fact, does all cartoons is one good way of putting it. Whenever we have trials downtown and reporters can't go in the courtroom, Frank always does the graphics of all of them. I bet you recognize his drawings when you see him on television, don't you? Did you know his office is right next door to mine? He drew this funny cartoon peeping down over the top looking in my office. You tell him to take you up there, Patrick, and look at it, okay? Thanks for coming to our party, okay? And moving across the hall, we have some pretty girls. Heather, whose daddy Bob is in engineering. Heather, you've been to visit with us many years, haven't you? How old are you now?
6.
Is that all you are now? I've been thinking you ought to be older than that. Are you in school? Where?
North Haven Elementary.
Is that first grade or second grade?
1st grade.
What do you learn to do in first grade?
Learn how to take away and add.
Oh, yeah, you're doing hard math problems. I want to know, stand up and show us this beautiful dress. Who got this for you?
My grandmother, she made it.
Did she? Turn around and look how pretty it is. Boy, she really can make pretty dresses, can't she? Do you want to say Merry Christmas to anyone special? Who?
My whole family.
Yeah, and who else? Do you have any friends that might be watching? What are their names?
Jody.
Jody's probably watching. Yeah, look rather than tell her Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Listen, does your daddy ever tell you what he does when he comes to work? Turn around this way, and I'll kind of lean into you. What do you think he does when he comes up here?
Fixes all the cameras.
Does he play with them, too? Yeah, we always tell him that. Did you know that? Yeah, we say he's going to come out and play with the cameras. But he keeps the pictures going for us, doesn't he? Do you want to be an engineer when you grow up? How about brothers and sisters? Do you have any? Just a pretty girl. You're the only one. Well, thank you for coming. Okay, Heather. Now, John Strayhorn, who's back in engineering also. Your daddy has a new job this year, though, Jennifer, doesn't he?
Yes.
Now, what officially does he do?
He works maintenance. He's a maintenance engineer on Telmation and Squeeze Zoom, and has all these switches.
He's in charge of squeezes. Did he tell you that?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you this year, Jennifer?
8.
Are you? And your brother is? Chris, you are
5.
so dressed up. You look marvelous. Do you get along pretty well with Jennifer? I heard you had some girlfriends. Somebody told me that over there. Would that be true? Well, who are they? You want to talk about them? Well, I don't blame you. You have new boots, I bet you, don't you? Did you get those for Christmas? What kind are they? You decided you didn't want to talk to me.
My mother didn't tell me.
Oh, well, they're cowboy boots, though, aren't they? Yeah, well, they're really neat. Jennifer, what's new at your house this year? Anything?
Nothing.
It's a pretty busy place, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Just you and Chris, the only children?
Mhm.
What have you done any baking or anything to get ready for Christmas?
Mm-mm.
Do you help Mother at all?
Well,
A little, don't you? What about, who decorated the Christmas tree?
all of us except for Daddy. He did all the lights and stuff. That's all.
Did you help Chris? I bet you're pretty good at it. Well, tell me about the girlfriends. Go ahead. No? Do they go to school with you? Is her name Kathy? Michelle? If I guessed, would you tell me? I figured that. You've lost a tooth. When did that happen?
In school last year.
Oh, did it? Did it just kind of fall out one day?
I bumped it on the garbage can.
Oh, but it'll grow back, won't it? How do you like your dad's beard? Huh?
I don't.
You don't like it much? He sure had. It sure changed the way he looked, though, didn't it? I guess so. Well, thank you all, Jennifer and Chris Strayhorn, for coming. Why don't you move over here and let me switch places with you, Chris, will you? Here's Lara Oliver, whose mother, Laureen, answers our phone. How old are you, Lara?
Laura.
Laura. But it's spelled L-A-R-A. It's a pretty way of writing it. How old are you?
11.
Do you ever come down with your grandmother and answer phones here at Channel 13?
I've come to visit her.
Oh, do you? She got her name in the paper and was on television, and she handles some really crisis things around here, doesn't she? Oh, yeah. Where do you go to school?
Altura.
At where?
Altura.
Now, where is that?
It's on Dearmont in Bartlett.
Out in Bartlett. That's why it wasn't familiar to me. What grade?
6.
Anyone in particular you want to say Merry Christmas to?
My grandfather,
Well, what's his name?
John Oliver.
Okay, you sure are pretty. I love your brown. That's a pants and vest, isn't it? Good looking. Thank you, Laura, for coming. Come over here. I want you to tell me your name.
Brian.
Brian what?
Jacobs.
And then what else?
Alan.
And then what?
Mowridge.
But what? Did you think your mama did it wrong? He came up and said, I don't think my mother did my name right a while ago.
She did it wrong.
You don't think she did? How old are you this year?
5.
Okay, do you know what your mother does here at Channel 13? Do you know what she does when she comes to work?
Well, she told me she works on PM Magazine, but I don't know if that's...
Well, do you know what PM Magazine is? Well, it's just one of the most important things that's ever happened here at Channel 13. Did you know that? Huh? Well, she's part of the PM Magazine team, and it's going to go on the air January the 5th, which is super.
I already know that.
Oh, yeah. She has to work pretty hard. Who do you want to say Merry Christmas to, Brian?
I guess Patty.
Who?
I guess Patty.
Everybody?
Patty.
Patty. And we'll just look up there and say, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
And say, we'll be back on Straight Talk in just a moment. Tell them that. Say, we'll be back in just a moment. You don't want to, but you sure are cute. We'll be back in just a moment.
Brenda Allen's after Christmas clearance sale starts tomorrow. Every winter item in stock is reduced 40 to 60%. No seconds, no irregulars. These are current top name brand Junior and Missy winter fashions, and they're all reduced at least 40%, many items as much as 60%. Shop Brenda Allen's during our annual after Christmas clearance sale. Every winter item in stock is reduced at least 40%, many items as much as 60%. Brenda Allen's after Christmas clearance sale. It starts tomorrow. Open 8:30 a.m.
The 6 o'clock Eyewitness News on Channel 13 is now the 5 and 6 o'clock Eyewitness News. That's right, the news people you watch at 6 now bring Eyewitness News to you at 5. Ed Craig and Fran Fawcett have highlights of the top news stories. You get sports and weather from Charlie B. Watson and Jim Jaggers. Now news from Ken Kane live and special features every day. Watch Eyewitness News at 5 and 6 o'clock on Channel 13. January 5th.
We're back in the studio. I have my Julie with me, the youngest of our 7 children, and new husband, Charlie. Welcome to the family.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, ho, ho, ho. Charlie went with me the other night to the annual WHBQ Christmas party, which you didn't know everybody was so good looking, did you?
No.
We looked rather wealthy, as a matter of fact. All the girls got out their finest dresses, all the fellows in their finest array, and had a great time. It was at the Hyatt Regency. John Wolfe and Lamar Nelson and Morgan, several different people helped on the videotaping. So we're going to take you now. This is to the WHBQ Radio and Television Employees Christmas Party, where we didn't win a single prize. There's Jimmy Jaggers. They were at the table next to us. There's Pat Bourne, who's our floor director tonight. John Glaze. I never did see John dance, did you?
No.
There's Ken Kane, his wife Audrey. And Bill Key, who's the controller at the station with the mouth full of food, and his wife. That's Alice and Jack Bolton, and the general manager, Alex, was over to the right. Oh, there's Mrs. White.
My favorite lady.
I look terribly busy. I guess we didn't know they were there. There you oh, when your upper lip is in, Charlie, you were in serious thought.
When the lower lip disappears, it's time to buy presents.
This is John and Catherine Schaffler, who are at the table with us. John is sales manager. Jimmy Mitchell, his wife. It's hard to tell backs and heads. They were doing a good job. It was so dark in there. And then all of a sudden, you'd look up and this big spotlight was on. Hi, Doc. There's Frank and Catherine Hammond. Oh, there's Lamar. I hope you'll go into a stand, Laurel. Mark Smith, who directs the show a lot and is in production. There's Fran Fawcett. Look at her black velvet hat. Is that the first time you've met Fran?
No.
Oh, she's modeling. Look. And Jim Armacost, our productions manager. And his wife. Joe Hopkins, who directs our show. I'm so nearsighted, excuse me for leaning in. All right, now there's Dick Scalzi, radio program. I don't know a lot of these folks in radio. I know their faces because I see them in the halls a lot. But they won an awful lot of the prizes, I do want to say that. We thought for a while it was rigged. There's Patty from our group, Channel 13, some of the engineering fellows. Just on and on and on. There must have been, what, 200, 250 people at that party. Faye Williams. Yeah, there's Faye. She was at the table next to us. And Sherry. Sherry was just gorgeous in a lavender dress. Oh, wasn't she pretty? There's Patty Jacobs. We just saw her little son. She's with Thea Magazine. Telling you everybody was dressed up. There's Sarah Scott, executive producer.
I'm having the rice and chicken.
Joe Sanford, who's on the staff. See the photographer? There's Lynn Sittler.
Hello. How are you?
Byron moved that day, didn't he?
You're looking nice.
Well, thank you. I don't get to do that.
And there's Claudia Barr, Vicki Butler, more radio people. There's Janie Joplin, who won the Color TV. Janie's been a long-time friend of mine. Marilyn Veneri, over on the left. There's Penny from up in Bookie. These people are behind the scenes, and when the camera goes on, it throws them, I think, for the first time. These are more radio people. Ron Thompson and his wife, the new general manager. The one fellow from radio who had been on with us, Magic, was on vacation. He was out in California. Bob Reynolds and his wife. We just met his daughter on the air. Everybody seemed to be feeding their faces.
Be a baby star.
I can't tell who these are.
Do I get to say something important?
Help us out.
Go right ahead. Now's your here.
Was that Eddie Hill?
None of this.
Big Eddie. There's Sonia.
Oh, no.
And Walter, her husband.
I'm just going to ground.
She was way across the room. Ray Hardaway in engineering. There's John Strayhorn, who coached his children what to say. Pat, I'm not going to listen to you. Pat Edwards is helping us. And there's Lamar leaning over. John's part of our regular morning crew. Is that Bruce, who's just left the station and has gone with it? There's Charlie B. And Gordon Wilson, executive producer of news. And there's Kathy Wolf, who's the assignment editor, and her daughter Rebecca was here tonight. Don Stevens and his wife, Charlotte. There's an awfully lot of red around. I was wondering if they passed out Christmas stockings and we didn't get one. The food was absolutely just fantastic at the party. We're going to take another break, and then we'll be back with our final segment here on our Straight Talk Christmas show.
Hi, I'm Lynn Sittler.
And I'm Byron Day. PM Magazine realizes that everyone has a story to tell, just like these folks in Brownsville, Tennessee.
On PM Magazine, Byron and I'll be poking around all over the place, meeting
Well, from our family and all of the children and the employees of WHBQ Radio and Television, we certainly hope that you and your family have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Tomorrow we're going to rerun one of what we think was our best shows when Mary Martin and Edith Head met together in the studio. It was back in November. Again, Merry Christmas from Charlie and Marge, thank you, and from all the kids at our house and all of our families.
Wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings to you wherever you are, good tidings at Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy